Yo,
What's poppin'?
back again with another episode of Brooklyn Boys Radio. How are you?
Son.
How are you?
We look like we about to commit a robbery. All black.
Hey, listen. Allegedly.
I just told this nigga was just sitting over here. Somebody was saying to me on my phone, they're a bank teller. This nigga whole soul came out
Oh
his
my God,
system.
here this guy go.
He looked at me like he was ready to go.
Not.
Whatever. I know that look that was in your eye.
Listen.
Motherfucker star came over that nigga.
I have matured. I don't do such
You
things.
don't do shit like that no more?
I don't do shit like that at all, brother.
Okay, no problem.
I am
Yo, what? What are you?
I'm a tax-paying citizen, brother.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I like that. I like that talk. Strive to be him, ladies and gentlemen, a tax-paying citizen.
There you go.
There we go.
How's
Yeah,
your
man.
week?
Huh?
How's your week?
My week was good. I never remember. It's too far to remember.
How was your weekend?
Week was cool, man. Yo, that niggas had me out too much.
First of all, you had me out.
Yo, my nigga, I went to, congratulations to Naima. She got a daycare. Just promote. I don't know the name of the daycare, but it's on.
Well, it's an event space.
It's a day. She says it's a daycare.
/ event space.
Just / event space. It's really nice. It's on New Lots Avenue somewhere. We was in the East this weekend, so it's on New Lots Avenue, close to the L train. So shout out to Naima, with you mad success. You and D over there with the daycare and the / event space. So it was really, really nice and sexy there. Shout out to my man though, man. My man Najee, man. I love me some Najee. Nas is like the coolest kid on the fucking planet, bro.
Yeah, good kid, man.
Good kid, man. Shout out to Najee and his crew too, like his boy. I don't want to name. I know Ox and the other kid. I can't remember the other kid's name. Good kid too. I think his name's Justin. Maybe. I'm not sure about that. But shout out to Najee, man. Yeah. So I went to that event for only like 10 minutes. It was in and out. Then I had to go check my cousin Voice for his B-Day, and we went to have dinner with him, like surprise birthday dinner. Was the fellas, Irk, B.O., Paul, Voice, bunch of other people there, ladies and shit. We had a good time for Voice and shit. So shout out to Voice for his birthday. And then I hung out with Bills and Mr. Moe for the rest of the night. We went to
We went to Tip Top Sneaker Ball.
Sneaker Bowl. You know when you get dressed up and you got to wear like fly sneakers. This nigga came on with a mad expensive pair. What was those, Louis Vuitton?
No, I had the Dior ones.
Oh, Dior.
Yeah, the Air Diors.
Yeah. So, we went out there. We had a good time. Mandisi and Yandy, shout out to them. They showed us a lot of love. You know what I mean? We had a good time with them. Yan was just like, I love how she was giving it up with the ladies, man.
She was really, she was in the crowd. She was turning up.
Dancing with all the girls in the crowd. So that was really good to see. Like, the celebrity shit didn't make her like standoffish. Like, she really got off her section and went in the crowd, danced with her, and every girl and guy that wanted to take a picture.
Got a picture.
Yo, I'd have told niggas stop a long time ago, bro. It was like.
There was that one dude that kept coming back.
It was crazy.
He took like 50 pictures. But
bro.
I always say, man, you can't reject love, bro. You know what I mean? You can't reject love. People show you love, you show love back.
Yeah, so shout out to Yandy, man. Shout out to man DC. He had called me like, yo, Styles, I'm in Brooklyn. I'm in your town.
Shout out to the homie Baby June, too.
Baby June, too. And he's like, yo, I'm in your town, man. Yo, you coming out? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, all right, cool. So he called niggas and had us come out and had a good time with him. So shout out to man DC.
Shout out my man Bills.
But shout out to Bills, man. Bills is a funny nigga, man.
Silly Billy.
That nigga was supposed to be here tonight. He probably somewhere fucking playing dice. This nigga is the dice king. You know what I mean? I went on his page the other day. Nigga was like, yo, I went in the dice game. I seen this nigga Bills. You know, he always got something to say. He always cracking jokes. But this nigga was focused. He wasn't talking. He was sweating. He must have caught some
He in
niggas.
the G spot going in.
He was going in the other day. So shout out to Bills. I know where he at. Hopefully he ain't losing no money. He getting some money. But what I want to say about that night was I didn't get in the house till I didn't go to bed till like 5 o'clock in the morning, like 5:40, about 5:14. You know, I don't hang out that late, bro. I don't hang out that late at all because Bills made me take him home. I took Bills home, and then I had he wanted food to eat, so we went to get something to eat. Yo, I didn't get home till like 5 o'clock. I went to bed by like 5:15, something like that. Yo, and I had to go pick up my daughter from the airport. So I had to be at the airport in Jersey they was landing at 9. Yo, my nigga, when the alarm clock went off at 8.
You was mad?
Yo, Sid called my phone. Dad, we getting on the plane. Yo, listen, I saw stars. Like, I was like, I don't even know what I said to her. All of a sudden, 8 o'clock came, and her aunt called me. Kizzy, thank you so much. She called me, and she's like, Ty, I'm coming to get the other car from you. I'm going to go pick them up.
You was happy as a pig and shit.
Yo, listen. When she called to pick me up, I couldn't find the car. I couldn't remember nothing. I came downstairs. You know how you put your pants on? Well, I came downstairs to answer the door with my pants in my head.
Yeah, you was delirious. I know that's one thing about you. I call you too early in the morning, bro, and you be talking gibberish.
Yo, man, Mo, I was gone. So, yeah, even though I had a fun, eventful Saturday, I stood in the bed all day Sunday. I think my homegirl came to the crib. She was nice enough to drop me some food off. And and that's the only time I went. I hit the porch. Nigga, and I went back in the crib. I was in the house for the rest of the night. So, yeah, that's my weekend, man. But I had fun with you. We had a good time, as always. We had a good time, man. We had a good time. People showing love. They keep asking for money and violence. This nigga never have an answer. It's his fault, though. You know what I mean? I have nothing to do with that. That's want to let people know. Stop asking me shit. Y'all keep all that shit to him. All right? Don't ask me nothing. I have no control of that. I have control when shit start rolling. That's when I got control. Come back to me. But to get it started, it's yours truly. I got nothing to do with that.
Leave me alone, bro.
Yeah, I can help him, but he got to want to be helped. So wait on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that's it.
That's good to hear, brother. I'm glad you had a great time.
You know something? You've been killing my whole shit all day today, bro. Something wrong with you today. You can go home, man. I can do this shit by myself, bro. Because all day you just been, since you came in here today, you've been on one with me. What the fuck did I do to you?
Let's start with the topics.
What did I do to you, bro?
What are you talking about?
What the fuck did I do to you today, man?
This guy's crazy.
I know, no.
Yo, do y'all know that every time we shoot this show, like, we be color coordinating and it don't be on purpose?
This nigga be sweating me. That's all I can say, bro. I don't know. He in my mind.
It's crazy how I be sweating him when I walk in dressed and he gets dressed. So
yeah, but my clothes be picked out from early in the day, bro. Like, fuck you talking about?
Okay, brother.
This guy's. Why you keep see? This is what I'm talking about. All day.
Yo, this
all
guy's
day. Like,
crazy.
what's the problem? We cool today? We got a problem? Did I do something at the party?
Bro, what are you talking about?
I just want to know. Did I do something at the party?
Lord. And now let's start the show. No. Yo. What topics do we have today, brother?
Oh, my goodness. I don't even know, because I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with our friendship, bro.
Yo.
I'm just trying to figure it out, man.
The voices in this man's head are just telling him.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out, man. Let's go to entertainment news right off the bat, because it's bullshit in the air, so we might as well go the bullshit in the entertainment.
This guy's trying to create drama like this a reality show.
Whatever, man. Singer Dawn from In Vogue came out and said a couple of days ago, I think, that she'd been living in her car for the past 3 years. Now, some of you young bucks might not know who Dawn is from In Vogue, but she was first of all, In Vogue was probably like one of the biggest female groups in the 90s and early 2000s. Big.
I treated you bad. Wrong, my dear. But since you went away, don't you know I
sit around.
All right, that's it.
With my head hanging down. And I wonder.
Yeah. Loving you. All right.
So In Vogue was really big, man. Dawn Robinson.
And Dawn was bad.
Yeah, back then she was crazy. And she went on, what's the group she had with Raphael Sadiq? I wanna dance tonight. I
forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of it.
Lucy Pearl,
yeah.
Yeah, she went on to have a group with
Matter of fact, the younger generation wasn't In Vogue the one singing, if I'm not mistaken, that intro to Belly. Ooh.
No, I don't think that.
Wasn't it that?
No, I don't think it's that.
Steady, are you ready?
Nah, that song is older. I can't remember who that is, but
No, I thought they did a remake. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Remake of-
bugging.
yeah.
I'm bugging.
But
Soul to Soul.
Soul-
That's right. I'm I don't know. Maybe
yeah,
I'm
but
bugging.
she was in the group Lucy Pearl with Raphael Sadiq. And what's the DJ name from Tribe Called Quest?
Ali.
Ali. Yeah, they was in a group together, and she said that Raphael, was handling some paperwork and contracts for her. Never gave her money, I guess, and that's how she became homeless. And she went to go live with her mom for a while, and Raphael found out about it. Said he would take care of it and make sure she was good, get her a job or get her a house or whatever the case may be. And that never came through. And she said she was just her and her mother couldn't kind of live together under the same roof. So that's when she decided, like, hey, I'm gonna live in my car.
I saw JD, Jermaine Dupri did a video too, because I think he was catching some flack about it, and he was basically saying that the way that people received it isn't necessarily how she put it out there.
He was beefing about her having an assistant.
But he was also saying that it was her choice, because she did have the option of living with her mother, but she couldn't handle that because of whatever was going on.
Yeah,
and
sometimes you can't.
Yeah, and she chose to leave and, to live in her car.
I don't know if that's necessarily her choice, JD. I think at that point, like, I can't live with my mother. I ain't got no place to go, so I'm gonna go to my car. 'Cause I figure if she had a choice, she'll go somewhere else, right? So she just said, forget it. Like, I'd rather stay in my car. Nevertheless, man, JD did make a statement about that she had an assistant. How could she have an assistant? I don't know her situation with that, and not, he assumed, I'm assume. Sometimes when you a person that has talent and been out there and successful, you could get an assistant that's like an intern that you really don't pay nothing. People just be wanting to be around because they feel like
they just want the affiliation.
They feel like they can either help get you back together. They can use that. So that's I don't know if necessarily was she paying somebody. You know what I'm saying? That was never disclosed. So I don't know about that. But what I will say is, a lot of y'all striving to be entertainers and be in the entertainment business. This business is one of the most hardest business to be in. And because you can go from being way up here.
And it's also one of the most cutthroat.
And you could be way down here. And a lot of people just don't care, bro. Like, and everybody you see going on your way up, you're going to see on your way going back down. So be careful of the relationships you keep. Be careful of some of the cocky behavior that you may have, conceited shit, because guess what? Everybody got to be humbled at some point. And I don't know if that's her case or not, but yeah, this business is a hard business. And just in life, just live better, bro.
But I mean, I'd also like to say, like, it's an ongoing theme with this business of the talent not getting their fair share for, what they create, man. I mean, it's not just Dawn Robinson right now. Iggy Azalea was saying that I think UMG owe her I think she said they owe her like $18 million, and they offered her like 18 grand. Aside from that, look what was going on with Angie Stone. And this is something that many artists go through. You understand, just not getting their fair share, putting in all this work. I mean, don't get me wrong. I strongly believe that in business, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. And at the time, a lot of people were just so hyped to have the opportunity for stardom. But that shit comes back to bite you in your ass, man, because those residuals will have you straight. I mean, for a lifetime. And if you miss the opportunity of, you may not own your masters, but getting a percentage of the right amount of points on every project that you create, that shit'll hurt you in the long run.
Only thing I want to say about this, and once again, I could just be talking out of turn too. I feel like a singer like Dawn, though, she could have went to like a Nashville, Austin, maybe even New York. Like, I just feel like she could have hosted a bunch
of do shows,
do open mics, and she could have toured and had opportunities just using her natural God-given voice, because she's really exceptionally dope. And I think a lot of people would have loved to have. I could be wrong. She could have went to Atlanta, did R&B nights, and teamed up with somebody. I don't know. But sometimes, I'm not saying this is her case, sometimes people don't want to stoop down to that. And they'd rather be out the limelight, nobody sees them, and go through their own shit. So, it's unfortunate, though, man, because if I was a singer like that, man, nigga, I'm jumping in the subway, nigga, quick. I'm gonna make me some bread, nigga.
Listen, you gotta figure it out.
I'm gonna figure it out, you know what I mean?
But
God bless her. I hope her situation changed, now that her story is out, and hopefully she can come back and give us some music and stuff. In other celebrity news, Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert divorce settlement has been finalized. And here go to some of the things that Tiana Taylor is receiving from that settlement. Tiana Taylor is receiving 4 houses worth over $10 million. She has a 7-figure payout. Luxury car vehicles included $300,000 Maybach, a $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, and a tour bus. She's also retaining ownership of all her companies. Iman is supposed to give her $8K a month for child support and pay their private schooling tuition.
I mean,
I don't know, man. Like,
is he even? He's not playing in the NBA anymore.
nah, but I don't even know. For me, when I hear, and I don't know what the case is. You know, I know Tiana's been successful, but you know, for me, I don't know if I would even want to get married after no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a roll of the dice,
It's
baby.
a roll of the dice, man.
Walking into the church is like walking into the G spot.
I don't know, man. I really don't know, bro. Like when I hear that, I'm like, damn. Shoot.
Now, my thing is, you know, throughout the course of his NBA career, Iman amassed a certain level of wealth and amassed a certain level of assets that was supposed to be able to, you know, carry him for the rest of his life. Like, I wonder how this is going to affect him. Like, how big a percentage of his wealth is that? You know what I mean? And how is he going to be able to sustain himself and his lifestyle, having to maintain that? And I mean, like, even the, what you said it was $8,000 a month?
$8,000 a month for child support.
That's until the kids are 20. That's child support until the kids are 21.
And he gotta pay the tuition for the private school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like for me, just as a man, I don't know if I would want to. Like hearing that is disheartening. Like for me, like I don't know what they all had, but it sounds like a lot to me.
I mean, what did he get?
I don't know. They didn't say. I just read what she got. They didn't say. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm ready to pay that price, but it kind of deters me. Like, should you get married? I don't know about that one, boss. But anyway. And some other, this is not celebrity news, but just some news. So there was a mother I saw on the internet, I think you shared this with me, on the internet, saying that her child father called her and said he wants to take his daughter to Disney World for her birthday. Now you would think a mother would say, of course, take our daughter to Disney World to celebrate her birthday. But she said, hold up, there's a caveat to this whole thing. Well, she has 4 other siblings. And she asked, are you taking the 4 other siblings? And his reply was simply, they're not my kids. So she's saying that
he can't take
his
daughter.
No, but before that, she said she did make a point, and I want to put this prefaces out there. She said, well, listen, you've been in my life for umpteen amount of years, and you helped raise those kids, right? So if you can't take all of them, you can't take her, because it's not fair that she gets to get the experience of Disney World and the other 4 don't. I just want to put all that out.
That's a level of entitlement. I mean, whatever happened to gratitude, right? The fact that he raised your other children because he was with you, that's something to be grateful for. That doesn't make him a prisoner or a slave for the rest of his entire life. And I think that this is a part of what women forget. When you lose the man in the relationship, other than what comes from him, you kind of lose that too, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't give a damn that you did my laundry or you cooked for me the entire relationship, whether we were married together for 10, 20 years. The second we split, all of that stops, right? You feel no need to continue to, you feel no need to be responsible for me, you understand? And I get the whole idea of these are children, as long as, yeah, he maintains that relationship, but I think that it goes from what he has to do to what he's willing, if he's willing to, and you can't knock him if he's no longer willing. And I don't think that he's slighting those other children because, first of all, Disney World is expensive. You understand? So you're saying that, let's say he can't afford to take all 5 children and 4 of them aren't his. So he should slight or make his child do without because of that? That doesn't
Well,
make any
I
sense.
think it's just selfish altogether because for me, the father should have the right to have his time, one-on-one time with his kid. And not only selfish towards the father, it's also selfish towards your daughter to not let her have the experience of being in Disney World and hanging with her dad in Disney World. Yes, I do feel like, cool, he did help take care of the other kids. And if he had it, he probably could have did it. But if he doesn't have it, then I don't know why it's a big deal. And he doesn't have to. The second thing I will say is, even if he had it and those kids was his 5 kids, I still don't see anything wrong to go, well, it's such and such birthday, I'm taking this one for her birthday, and then do something else for the others on their birthday. Everybody's not gonna get it. I remember we used to go to Toys R Us, like when we were kids, and it was one of our birthdays, me and with my father, right? And it's me and my brother, right? And he go buy my brother a gift, and I'm like, yo, you gonna buy me something too? It's not your birthday.
That's not your birthday.
You know what I'm saying? It's not your birthday. It's his birthday. I'm like, yo, but I only want this. It's not your birthday.
It's not your birthday.
When it's your birthday, you'll get your
exactly.
gift, and then he won't get that for his, on your day. It's your day to be celebrated. So I don't know why she made it an issue about all the kids, because even if they were all his, it was one young lady's birthday out of that, and he could have just celebrated with that young lady for her birthday and did something for the rest of the kids. So I don't know what the big deal was.
But one last point is just pretty much don't dodge accountability, right? If you valued your other children having a dad in their life and that man had raised them since they were younger, then you should have valued that man to the point that where the relationship didn't end. I don't know why the relationship ended, you know what I mean? But obviously he's still in his child's life, right? So I would assume that it ended because, things fell apart. But look, man, you protect what you value. And if you protected, I don't know why your other 4 kids, why their fathers ain't doing anything to him, that they become this man's responsibility. But you protect what you value, man. And when you've lost it, you've lost it. It's pretty much that simple.
It is what it is. So, other news, new gene therapy has just cured its first sickle cell anemia patient. And the reason why I brought this up, man, because a lot of people that look like me and you in our community, in our culture, suffer from sickle cell. People may call it a black person disease. Mostly people with black skin and genoid get sickle cell anemia. So, this is a big step. Hopefully this gene therapy can help heal a bevy of other black people throughout the world that suffer with sickle cell, man. I had a friend that, they lady had sickle cell, man, and she was like always sick. I didn't know how bad it was until I seen this girl, man. She was always sick. I remember one time she had came to my hospital when I was working in the hospital years ago, and she was just all bent out of shape, sick, man. Like she was like on her deathbed. She's alive now, thank God, but it was really a bad thing for her. You don't really know it, because if you don't know nobody with it, you don't you don't know how bad it is. But yeah, it's nothing to play with. It's no joke. So prayerfully, listen, man, we can see some strides in sickle cell finally being cured in the black community, man.
That's great to hear.
This guy's crazy, man.
I don't know what to say to that.
This guy's crazy.
Yo, I don't know what to say.
This guy's crazy.
No, I think that's amazing.
Okay, that's better.
Go technology.
This guy's fucking crazy. What's wrong with him, bro? Like, he been on one today, y'all. I don't know, man. Anyway, Russian man says he's suing Apple for turning him gay. So, Mo, I sent it to you. Look at it.
No, I saw it.
Yeah, look at why they said they said.
Let me break it down.
Yeah, break it down to the people.
Let me break it down right now.
I just shook my head. I was like, what?
So, where are you? Oh, here he is. A Russian man, D. Razumilov, filed a lawsuit against Apple claiming that the company's products turned him gay. This is one of the most bizarre legal cases in history. He downloaded a crypto app onto his iPhone where he started receiving gay coin instead of Bitcoin. The app apparently said, "Don't judge until you try," inspiring Razumilov to begin having same-sex relationships. He ended up falling in love with another man and because of this, he is suing Apple.
So wait a minute. He fell in love, so that means he found happiness, did he? You can't fall in love and not find happiness. So why is he suing Apple if he's happy?
Now that's the thing. If
But
I think that's that could
gay
be
coin, right?
gay coin instead of Bitcoin.
I thought you said Bitcoin after that. I was like,
No,
what?
no.
That's kind of
But
crazy.
see, but that's
what the fuck?
that could be Apple's argument, because in order to sue someone, you have to prove that there has been damages, right? There's been damage. So what's the damage to
Maybe
your
he
life?
fell out of love. I don't know.
Because I mean, look,
What's
isn't
gay
this
coin, though?
this
That's the thing. That's real. Like that's
I
real.
don't know.
That's why I looked that up, man. That's
Isn't
real.
this the age-old argument, which is
Look, he don't want that.
are people born gay or can they become gay? Like,
So that's great that you even asked that question, right? Gay coin. I never heard of that. Like, what?
I didn't even know they had a gay digital currency.
Yeah, I didn't know. I never heard of that gay coin. That was crazy. That's different. I'm sorry, man. It's different. Okay, it's different. So,
Is that butt coin?
yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just never heard of that one, man. That was different, man. That was totally different. Okay. Why would the coin be called that? Like, they got straight coin too?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm just making. I don't know, but anyway. So I did see, and like I was gonna bring this up in celebrity news, but I wanted to kind of attach these two things with each other. So, Jason Lee has a new show called The Jason Lee Show. I think that's what it's called. And you know, Jason Lee is a part of the LGBTQ community, but he had Lil Boosie on there, which I thought was cool.
I think it's great.
You know how Boosie feel when it comes to LGBTQ, and just to have the conversation, I thought it was good.
And it's so crazy because I don't think Boosie is anti-LGBTQ.
No, I don't think he anti. He just feel what he feel. I don't think he want nobody to be hurt or.
I think he's just a little old-fashioned. That's all it is.
So he was like, he feel like we live in a generation it has gay baiting. What's the word I'm looking for? Like it's gay baiting inside of our community, inside of our music. Basically, he was saying that you see people like, since gay people has been on the top of the food chains, the LGBTQ community's been on top of the food chain, and it's like they throw things in the cartoons, they throw things on videos, they throw things in the music. They make it cool to kind of be gay. It's not like you said, kind of like you born gay and you that way. And people who was straight just come out like guys
to get that following.
Mm-hmm. So they'll put on a dress for no apparent reason.
Or they'll wear nail polish.
For no apparent reason. And he said, basically what he was saying, kind of like what Moe was alluding to, like if you're born gay, you're born gay. But can you just turn gay? And if you turn gay, if you're turning gay because you just want to, I want to try that, or I think it's the cool thing to do, or it's the wave.
Isn't that like blackface in a way, because you're using it? It's like exploitation.
Yeah, kind of. I would say so. Yeah, I would think that. You know what I'm saying? So, because I see a lot of guys too. Even guys I grew up, I seen a few guys. They be coming around with all different colors. When you start doing that, like when we start doing that,
and some of them will tell you the chicks like it.
And to see, go back to the conversation that we had last week with Doechii.
When she said the straight man is a red flag.
And, she dates bisexual men. Like, so is that like gay baiting? Like, some dudes feel like, well, the girl's gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy.
I don't give a goddamn how much y'all like it.
Yeah, me neither. We go so crazy though. When I was younger, I was probably in my early 20s, man. This gay guy, I don't know if he was gay. This is the first time I ever seen like
feminine mannerisms.
I ever seen like a straight dude who had like a DMX type of aura, like you just mad tough, right? And we went out this night, me and my man Remy, shout out to Remy. Me and Remy little horny niggas, right? So we go to this lesbian spot.
Oh, I was about to say, wait a minute. You and Remy are some horny niggas, and y'all went to this gay spot?
This gay lesbian spot.
Okay.
So it was mad girls there. Mm-hmm. So that's why we there, you know what I'm saying? So we trying to...
Y'all went to the Blue Oyster?
Nah, Blue Oyster.
From Police Academy?
No, that Blue Oyster is for the men. But it had mad girl. It was some butch girls there. That's what they call them. What they call them girls? I don't want to say the wrong thing. When we was growing, they call them butch. I don't know what they call them.
Dykes, butch.
I don't. Yeah. So I don't want to offend nobody.
AGs.
AG. Okay, cool. So They was some of them there, but all the other women were mad pretty, just beautiful. So we had went to a spot, it was like on 14th Street. This before 14th, I was in my early 20s. And we went over there, we saw these girls going in. They was like, yo, where y'all going? And the girls was like, yo, we going over here. They'll come with us. And when we get there, it's like, we're like, oh, we going ahead. It's too much girls. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to that. That night, this night was a crazy night. I forgot about this night. Remy had saw a dude from Marcy Projects that he grew up with, Remy from over there by Marcy, and he was there, but he was mad flamboyant. And Remy like, yo, I never knew he was, you know what I'm saying? And the guy was so shocked to see Remy, like, you better not say nothing, right? But he was with his friends, and they was showing out. So anyway, we going in, we want to get in the spot. They kind of peep us like, yo, if you ain't got a girl, you really can't come in here. Like, you know what I mean? We don't want no.
So you ain't just say that y'all are gay?
Fuck out of here. What's wrong with you, man? This nigga, oh, you out your fucking mind. So it was this dude we met, some random dude. And all he kept saying was, close the book. You know, my nigga, you gotta close the book. Right? I don't know what that shit meant, but it was funny at the time. Because everything you said, yo, you gotta close the book. So he with us all night, yo, we gotta get in. He talking like that. Yo, we gotta get in here, my nigga. He got an army fatigue jacket on. He got the army fatigue pants on, green joints. He got the 40 below, the 40 belows on. He like, you know, he got some taco meat showing at the top. Like he got a tank top on, right?
He's gay.
Listen. No, he got like a regular right beater on. So he like, yo, you gotta close the books. He got the nappy here. He like, yo, my nigga, we getting in here. These bouncers, they gonna stop playing with niggas, man. They gonna respect the guards, man. I'm telling you, boy. He going in. So all night, we stand out here for about an hour because we really want to get in this club with these girls, right? Well, we do eventually get in. But this nigga said, maybe about 45 minutes into the whole close the book and his strong exterior, yo, Bo, he did something I would never, ever conceive in my mind, especially at that time. The nigga said, so a girl came past. It was a girl that came out. And he like, yo, shorty, I got what you like. I'm telling you, I got what you like, shorty. And she's like, what you got? What you got? She going to him, right? And the nigga zipped out his jacket. And the nigga showed.
He was a chick?
He showed a bra. He got a bra on, right? So me and Remy like, what? He said, look, I got what you like. And he pulls down the side of his pants, and he got a thong on, women panties on. And she's like, ooh, where you get those? Yo, this nigga turned from this strong DMX type of dude into
a cross-dresser.
Yo, son, it was crazy. But the chicks was loving it. And then he hugged the chick and put his arm around her and walked off with her and left. It was
So you was looking for a bra and a thong to throw on after that?
This guy's crazy, man. See, I can't even tell you the story, but it was crazy. I never seen nothing like that. But we go into the club, and I learned. You said AGs? Yo, they was hating on us in there, bro.
Of course, you know they.
Every time we talk to a girl, a chick come with a drink. I ain't gonna lie to them. Back then, them girls they had so much money, they was trying to buy all kind of bottles and drinks for the girls, trying to get us out of there, bro. We had some success, but it was hard, man. That's what you call them, AGs, right?
It was what?
Success.
No, you said you had some success, but it was what?
It was hard. Yo, this guy's great. Yo, come on, man.
What was hard?
To get to the girls in there, because the AG girls was cock blocking in there, man.
Okay.
If they could do that, man. You know what I'm saying? This guy's crazy.
I just wanted clarity.
This guy's crazy, man. See, I can't even. I'm not telling no more stories in here, man. There was story times with your boy Styles, man. Oh man, but that was crazy, man. That back in them days.
Yeah.
That was crazy, man. That was crazy.
Good luck with your lawsuit, Russian man that turned gay.
In other news, France says they want their statue back.
They said, Annie up.
You know what I mean? They want the Statue of Liberty back. They said the U.S. doesn't deserve it anymore because what you said they was siding with what?
Tyrants.
With tyrants.
So let me ask you a question. How do you return that? Like in a box?
I don't know,
Do
man.
you deliver it?
I think it came in pieces, bro. So they trying to repo it back right now. So I think it came in pieces. And they said, the tyrants that they're referring to, I think, is Russia and what's happening in Ukraine right now. And they just don't believe in America anymore and what they stand for. So they basically just want the Statue of Liberty back. And Do you think we should give it back?
I don't know. I mean, I don't see Trump giving it back. I mean, New York Harbor would not be the same without the Statue of Liberty.
See, this is like dating, right? If you buy a girl a car, TV, a ring, like, she ain't giving it back,
That's not,
bro.
yeah, but guess what? In a court of law, if you got on your knee and you proposed to a woman, and
I'm
y'all
not
got
talking about, I'm not
engaged,
saying anything.
and
Like,
that engagement
never
by court of
happens.
law, you can get that back.
So you think they could get the statue back?
Well, I don't know because the engagement ring thing is because that's looked at as a contract, right? And if the marriage doesn't take place, then that contract has been breached. The gift that was given with the Statue of Liberty wasn't under the terms that the U.S. continued to do this or that. It was just literally a gift, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if they're gonna give it back, but I
doubt
think
it.
I think it's New York. The Statue of Liberty is a part of New York culture forever. And
maybe they'll give it back and then build a big statue of Trump for New York Harbor.
Trump
That would be hilarious.
Trump might do that. Trump might do that.
Yo, Trump might do that.
Trump might do that.
Yo.
Or Elon
Oh
might
my
do it.
God,
Yeah, they might do
bro.
it. I don't know.
That'd be hilarious.
That might happen. Okay, Australian couple. Since we already in France, we can go to right over into Australia. Shrimp on a Barbie. Australian couple was on a flight, and a person died mid-flight on the flight, and they couldn't get the person in. They got like a wheelchair on a plane. I don't know if people have ever seen it. If you ever travel with a disabled person, you've seen it. They keep it in the closet, and it's a special wheelchair that can kind of go through the aisles. But for some reason, they couldn't get this person through the aisles on the wheelchair up to business class. So they saw a couple, and there was an empty seat, and they say, "Hey, can you move over one seat, please, sir?" Sir said yes. He moved over, and him and his wife had to sit next to a dead body
For the rest of the flight.
for the rest of the flight, mid-flight until their destination. And listen, man, I was on a plane. I was in Israel, coming home, man, and this girl almost like died on the plane, bro. I ain't never seen that shit. Like, she was fine. She was sitting right, like, if you sitting here, she's that seat across from you behind you, she's sitting right there, fine on a flight. Yo, thank God this happened like maybe about 20 minutes out from where we were supposed to land. She just started going in convulsions, bro. Throw up, vomit everywhere. Just shaking everywhere, bro. And that shit was scary. And they had to like dump her into the floor because I guess she was
They
like,
want her to swallow her tongue.
yeah, and all that. And they had to turn her face and get everything out her mouth. She was choking. And they screaming, "Is a doctor on the plane? Is a doctor on the plane?" And they just kind of left her there, like on the floor, to kind of get everything out until she calmed down. I think she was epileptic.
Epileptic. She was catching a seizure.
Yeah. And thank God she was all right. But if she would have died and they say, yo, she gonna say, "No, the fuck she gets." Yo, you crazy. Yo, they'd have had to give me free plane tickets for the rest of
But they
rest
told
of my
you,
life.
look, you paid for your seat, you got a seat. You ain't paid for the seat next to you. It's not up to you who
Nah,
sits next
nigga,
to
I
you.
ain't paying to sit next to a dead person either. I don't know about all that.
But if you look in the fine print, when you buy airline tickets, it tells you have no say, over who they seat next to you or who sits close to you, bro.
Yeah, that person's not alive, bro. Yo,
They might have a lawsuit on their hands.
listen, they ain't even got to give me a lawsuit. Just let me file for free, man. I ain't doing this shit again, bro. Like, that shit is traumatizing, man. But,
Very much so.
my condolences to the lady that passed away. I think she had a heart attack, you know what I mean? That's still sad. I feel bad for her family, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Paid for a flight that she didn't even get to enjoy. That's messed up.
Yep, and those people was also going on their honeymoon.
I'm talking about the dead lady.
So, in some, relationship stuff that Mo loves to talk about, a woman says on IG, I saw this, I just thought this was interesting, and we came in today, and the young lady confirmed what this woman was saying.
Confirmed what this woman was saying, which is weird.
She said, a lot of men nowadays doesn't have any bed or proper living conditions. So I couldn't believe that because my friend group ain't like that. Like, I don't know a nigga who don't got a bed or
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying, a place to live and stuff like that. So I came in today and Shanice was here and I said, "Yo, Shanice, is this true?" And she was like, "Yo, yeah." And Shanice a little younger, but then she prefaced it by saying,
And she dates older guys.
"I date older men." And a lot of men either live with their mother or they ain't got no place to stay. That's why she don't like to invite men to her house.
Because they end up being hobosexuals.
And they just want to stay there. So I'm so shocked to hear this type of shit, bro. Like, niggas don't really have no place to stay.
I mean, listen, I will say this, man. Right now, we live in some very tough times, especially if you're talking about New York. You know, the cost of living is sky high. And, yo, bruh, I'm not saying that men shouldn't have a roof over their head. I'm just saying that I'm just trying to give, I don't even know what to say, bruh.
Yo, listen.
I don't even know what this, but it's just, look, man, with rent being $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a goddamn month, man.
I hear you, Mo. But I feel like I'm a hustler, bro.
It's the minimum.
I feel like I'm a hustler. And I'm not saying that you can't fall on hard times. And if I did and I had to go back with moms by some crazy knock on wood, never chance it would ever happen.
But even in my hardest times, I've been able to keep a roof
Yeah, but
over
what I'm
my
saying
head.
to you is, it only be for a short period of time, just to figure it out. And I'm back in the streets, right? So I was shocked to hear that so many, people were saying that, yeah, guys don't have no place to live. Yo, guys, fellas, we got to step our shit up, bro. Please. Like, you got to hustle, man.
Why are you dating if you don't have a place to live?
But a lot of guys do that, though. A lot of people do that. I used to see guys when I was growing up, they didn't have a place to live or they live with their girl. And women fall for these niggas, though. They be into it. And I'll be like, yo, how you got there? Like, how you, oh, well, he told me he had this. So why you stayed when you found out? Oh, I was already in love. Like, all right, cool. I don't know, man.
Yeah, and I'm trying to give y'all the benefit of the doubt, man, and say times is hard. But the truth is, I don't know, for me, having a roof over my head has always been the minimum. I don't know, like, I like a certain standard of living for myself. And when I say that, I'm not comfortable with really living under anybody else's roof. I like to do what I want to do. You understand? So for me, it's like, that's the bare minimum, man. And I will give all praises due to the man upstairs.
Upstairs, thank you, God.
Because he continues to bless me with certain blessings that allows me to maintain my life. I don't even take credit for it, but like Styles said, man, fellas, you got to do better, bro. Like having a roof over your head and a bed to call your own is the bare minimum.
I'm so grateful, man. This little things I say thank you, and I'm always giving God thanks and praise, bro. Because sometimes it be like the little things, man. Like I'm not telling you I don't go through hard times. There's been times
We all
like,
do.
yo, I don't know how I paid them bills this last couple of months, but they got paid, and I just thank God. I don't even know how I did it, but at the same time, even fellas, go get your prayers up. Or get your hustle up. You got to do one or the other, or go do both.
And you know what's so crazy? I forgot who I saw post it, but I saw a woman post on her story, and she said, "Ladies, if you have a man who is out there figuring it out and getting it done by any means necessary, appreciate him, because that is so hard to come by."
100%. I agree.
And look, man, and I say this for the ladies out there, like, your man may not be the richest in the world. He may not be able to buy you Birkin bags and all of this. But at the end of the day, if you have a man that's waking up every day and getting on his grind to figure it out, no matter what his hustle is, whether he has a 9 to 5, whether, he's getting it off the land, any which way, but he's doing what he got to do to make sure y'all are okay, man. Like, this in itself is more confirmation that you should appreciate that man.
100%. So studies show that couples that don't post themselves on social media are more happy than the couples that post themselves more frequently on social media. I can see this being true though. Like,
so can I. I think the people that are public on social media are more concerned with looking like things are right than things actually being right.
Yeah. Because I laugh, right? Because I laugh all the time. Because I be going on Instagram and I see a lot of girls with guys, and for months they don't have no guy, right? Mm-hmm. And then they got a new guy in their life, and they post the guy, everything that they do,
and then he disappears,
right? And then you go back a couple of weeks later, he may be back or it's a new guy, or you can always tell when they in the problem, because then they block out all the pictures that them and the guy had. So I'm like, yo, why people even rush to go like, if people just in relationship to show people that they fake happy. Or you just doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just putting up with this shit because you just want to show people that you're with somebody instead of finding the right somebody? I don't understand it.
Yeah, but sometimes I will say that sometimes in relationships your back is kind of against the wall, and the reason being, I'm not with the posting your relationship every single day, but a lot of times, that person that you may be dealing with, their friends follow you or their family follows you, and you don't want it to look like as if you're hiding that person, right? So you may post that person once or twice, and I think that's different than when you're constantly just presenting your relationship to the world. I mean, your happiness isn't for the world to validate.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree with that. Sometimes you just feel your woman may feel good or your guy may feel good that you acknowledge them, and I think that's cool. But I think people that constantly, and I also feel like when you constantly posting that your man is doing something, you just make other women desire them. You make it easier for him to kind of go out there and go get your shit.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I always say protect what you value.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the thing you got to protect your relationship the most from is the world, right? So you don't want to put it out there because then next thing you know, you got women sending you DMs, oh, my girl was messing with him. And a lot of that sometimes be lies.
And then sometimes, women that post your men all the time, sometimes, guys that post their women all the time, niggas is, backsliding in their DM. You know what I'm saying? Like, she be like, yeah, this guy hit me. Don't he follow you? What? I gotta go break this nigga face. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, you gotta be careful, man. You have to be careful out there with the posting on the social media sometime with your relationships. Woman says that, so this older woman the other day, she said that she gave her man the coochie every time he brought the check home. And if he didn't bring the check home, he slept on the couch.
I hate that way of thinking. I mean, I get it, man, but I just hate when they put that way of thinking out there, man. Like, and we speak about this, man. Like, there's always been a transactional aspect of relationships, right? But I just think that now it's becoming all about that. And I know the woman who was saying this was somebody's grandmother. So, she's from the older generation, but we just have to be careful, man, with the messages that we keep sending out there, because I don't even think that she means it in the way that it was received, right? I don't know, man. like I just feel like this is an ongoing conversation.
Yeah,
right?
but I just think it speaks credence to what we mean you talk about a lot. Like, a man don't have a choice to be a man. Like, if he don't provide and do what he got to do, women simply say, I ain't giving you no coochie. But when a woman don't feel like what she got to do, she still want to be in a relationship with you. She just told this nigga, yo, you don't got the check, go sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
I can't come in the house and
I'm not giving you love unless,
yeah, I can't come in the house and my woman go, yo, you ain't cooked, you ain't clean, oh, you got to go sleep on the couch. That ain't happening. I look like some barbaric maniac, you know what I'm saying?
But it's not just even that. Like, at the end of the day, whether you're giving me what I need in this relationship, I still have to pay the bills every month. I don't have the luxury of deciding when I give you what I have to do. You understand?
Yes,
so
100%.
It's not fair that on the other end, you feel that you have the luxury of deciding when I deserve to be nurtured, right? Because I provide and protect no matter what the situation is, whether I'm angry, whether we're arguing, the bills are still paid. Like,
no, you're 100% right, man. You got it, man. You're 100% right. So I hear her sentiment, but, she could have been an old hoochie too, so I don't know. You know what I mean? So, sorry, Grandma, but you could have been an old hoochie too.
Listen, that goes back to the list. What was the list? I think the last episode.
I told, and you was disagreeing with me. You remember? Oh, thank you. You remember Suave? He was here. Nah, being a housewife, nah. And that's what she was saying.
No, that housewife maybe was,
yeah,
but
whatever.
it's not.
But I was arguing with you the last episode, and that's what that girl was saying.
No, I was arguing because, okay, maybe some housewives, but you can't just say all housewives.
And then the old lady came out right after that and said, well, he don't give me that paycheck. He ain't getting no coochie. Man. Look, it made that girl right. And you didn't want to believe me. That's crazy.
Crazy shit.
I got one more relationship thing for you real quick. Do you feel like men nowadays are lazy daters?
Are lazy daters?
Like, they don't want to think about the date. They don't want to put forth effort in a date. They don't want to go on dates.
I think women make men lazy daters, right? And I'm not going to just put this on women, because I think that, of course, there's a percentage of men who may not put effort forth no matter how good a woman is, right? But I think that women forget that femininity and gratitude controls everything. The more you pour into a man, the more he's going to want to pour into you. So I think a lot of times a man goes into a situation liking a woman, he may take her on this grand first date and receive no appreciation for it, right? And it makes him kind of pull back. I mean, I myself, I know that I'm the type of man that I go into a situation with a female giving my 100%, right? And the less you give me back, bruh, the less I start giving. You know, so
I had to tell a young lady this over the week, and I said, we used to date a couple of years ago, man. It was just like, I was constantly have to pick out the dates, and she just started naming. It was funny thing was, she was naming like things that we did. Oh, we went here, we did this, we did that, and I said, look how you could name all those things that we did, but what do you ever did for me? Like nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have to chase behind you, do a whole bunch of things. And I think sometimes we get jaded in that because you wind up going, look at my bank account. I spend this, I spend that. And it's not if you rich or you poor or you in the middle. I'm still spending my money. Me, I'm the type of thing, I don't give a fuck how much money I got. I'm still focused on my bread. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you start going, it felt like you just wanted a date. And then she, it was funny because she had demanded one time from me, look, we could go out, we could do this, we can go have fun doing this, we can go do this. But at that time, she was like, I'm celibate, I don't want to have sex. And everything was I. And I had to capitulate to what she wanted and kind of dictate how she wanted to move. And there was no consideration to what I wanted to do or how I wanted to do it. But I had to go still spend and go have a good time with you. But that was crazy to me. So sometimes, I just want to end it with this. Sometimes I think men can get jaded and go, man, I ain't putting 100%. Just like you women sometimes going, well, I ain't gonna act like I'm a nigga wife if he ain't got no ring on my finger. Sometimes, listen, I ain't your husband. I ain't gonna put out 100% because you ain't shown me that you wife material and doing things for me too. It's a two-way street, bro. And I'm into reciprocation. I'm into mutual interest. I want to feel like somebody's interested in me as much as I'm interested in them.
But I think that's the misconception. I think a lot of women have it in their head that what makes a man a good man is how much he does what she desires. You get what I'm saying? When the truth is, one has absolutely nothing to do with the other, right? So you could be the type of woman that expects a man to spend $1,000 on a first date. Because I don't do that, that doesn't make me less of a man, but in your eyes it does. You get what I'm saying? And I think that we've gotten to this place, man, in this dating world where women feel like they hold all the control as far as dictating what has value in the dating world, right? Which isn't necessarily true. So at the end of the day, okay, a guy might take you on a picnic for the first date, right? And maybe the second date, he takes you to Red Lobster. And because I always say this, I think people these days date backwards. And the reason I'm saying they date backwards is it appears like people put in the most effort at the beginning, and then when they get that person, they put in the least effort, right? Whereas, shouldn't more effort be put in the more you start liking that person? So at the end of the day, the first date for me should be a picnic, coffee date or whatever. We get to know each other. Okay, I'm interested. You know what? I want to see this woman again. Then maybe I'll spend a little more, right? And as I get to know you and I begin to see that I really do like you, then it makes it worth it for me to really put in more of an effort.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right, man. I think you're 100% right with everything you just said. I just feel like it's not all men are just being lazy and dating. I think sometimes the woman got to show a little bit of effort, and I think men will put more forth effort into you as well. I think it's a double-bladed sword.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
So in another study I saw that was kind of interesting, they said if you put your phone away for 3 days, you can totally reset your brain.
My question is, what does that mean? Like, what's a reset for your brain?
Well, I think, from the light of the phone is distracting. They tell you shouldn't be on your phone or watch like TV half an hour before you go to bed because you don't get proper rest. I think we all always distracted by our phones and we don't get clarity and thought. And sometimes we got to just shut down from everything. It's like fasting, like food. Like your brain gets
reset your system.
Reset your system. So for me, I don't know if I could be without my phone for 3 days though.
I think I can.
Maybe if I was on vacation.
I think you can too, but I think that there has to be some type of preparation. I think that there's a lot of things that we store in our phone, right? Yeah. So a lot of times you need certain type of information. This ain't like back in the days where you remember phone numbers. So
Well,
how
if you
are
got your phone, you got to remember those numbers.
But guess what? So can you go 3 days without contacting anyone? Because
I think I would have to tell people like, yo, listen, I'm not gonna be on the phone for the next 3 days.
But this is the thing. I don't even now what the phone has become, right? So if you have a house phone and you're not on your cell phone, you can use your house phone for those 3 days. You get where I'm coming from? Our phones are used for so much more than just calling.
I think we rely on our phones for so much things.
But I do too. But I think our phones have become an extension of us,
But
right?
guess what though? Some people can't even buy shit without their phones. Because I see you know how many times I've been out with a girl, she like, oh, I gotta use my Apple Pay on my phone. She don't even have the actual credit card, bro. I be like, where your card at?
But this is what I'm saying. I think the phone has morphed into an extension of us. You understand what I mean? Because what the phone is, it's become so many different things that we use. It's your television to a degree. It's your computer to a degree. You know what I mean? Like it's become an extension of your brain. If you need a recipe, you go on Google. There's so much information that you get from the actual phone. If you need an address for a business that you're gonna go to or a store,
So basically, what you're saying, you have to prep yourself.
Yeah, you kind of have to, because think of how many things you would need if you didn't have your phone. You would need the yellow pages. You would need your computer.
Yeah, but that's why I said it's probably best to do it on vacation. When you got some place and everything is set up for you, you might be able to all inclusive and you just, I'm shutting out from the world for like the next 3 or 4 days.
And guess what? Even when I was on vacation, I was using my phone to look up places to eat.
Man, listen, hold up. You was looking on your phone just to take memory pictures because we don't even have cameras no more.
But we don't even have cameras anymore. Yeah. No, but this is what I'm saying. Think of how many different things you would need. You would need a camera. You would need a TV. You would need a computer. You would need the yellow pages. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's hard. I think it'll be challenging, but yeah, I think you should start with like 1 day, and then the next time you do it, start with 2. And then graduate to 3. I don't think you should just go cold turkey to 3.
Because my question is this.
I think I could do a day.
But my question is this, right? Like even when you do, like sometimes you do the social media fast, because it isn't necessarily your phone that's harmful. Like, and that's what we have to remember. Like I think that social media has become so associated with the telephone that the damage that's being done because when they talk about the damage of the phone, they can't even say that because with children, it's the video games, but it's also the YouTube.
But it's on the phone.
Yeah.
It's on the phone. So yeah, you might have to put your phone away for a
So
little
is it the phone or is it a lot of the things that are on the phone?
Well, I think it's a combination. I think it's the phone. I think that's on the phone.
Because look, if you didn't have a cell phone and you just had a house phone, that's a phone.
Let me tell you something.
Right? But that wouldn't hurt you.
Wouldn't hurt you.
We had phones forever before cell phones came. And as a matter of fact, before the smartphone came along, because when we had cell phones, when we had those Motorola flips and those Ericssons, it wasn't an issue. When we had the Nextels,
but you gotta also remember when we had those phones, you also had minutes, and you didn't want to run up your daytime.
I know,
minutes.
but what I'm telling
you got
is,
up that phone quick.
Is it the phone or is it the smartphone that's the issue?
It might be the smartphone. I would disagree. It might be the smartphone. In other celebrity news, Anthony Mackie, I saw him on a podcast the other day, and he was talking about
his kids.
We talked about his kids, but he was saying how he feel like we lie to our kids by telling them that if you work hard, you can be rich, you can be successful, you can get to where you want to get to. And he says that don't really work all the time because sometimes somebody gives you that success.
Some are chosen.
Somebody chose you for that. Somebody tapped you on the shoulders, like who you know, or how you got there. He was making examples like, yo, all y'all could have worked hard in the classroom, but because this one person knows somebody, they got further than everybody else. I think there was some truth in what he was saying, but I look at it a little bit different. First of all, I think hard work beat talent in every day. I think talent, you can be dope in talent, but if you don't put the work towards it, hard work could beat out talent all the time. I also think just because you gave hard work doesn't guarantee you a spot in anything. So I think that's what he was kind of saying. I think hard work don't guarantee you that you're going to have success. But I think hard work is necessary to get success, if that makes any sense to you. Mm-hmm. Not only that, I think that also you can work hard. And the part he talking about being chosen, I think I tell Mo all the time, what I pray for is God's timing. Because nothing beats God's timing. Like sometimes you could work hard, you could have the best talent and still not be successful. But when God chooses you or say, yo, you're going to get this, or you get to the right place at the right time, you beat out 20, 15 other people to get there, and you just happen to be the one that shoot out to the stars. What I do say is, too, lastly, is that the ability to have tenacity, to keep going. That's the only thing I think could even, God timing is here. The only thing that could come close to that is just never giving up and keep fighting that fight.
Yeah, I think that increases your chances, but it doesn't guarantee anything.
It knows to guarantee you still. That increases your chances. So that's what I have to say about that.
You know, I always say that success is too big a blessing for any human being to take credit for, right? You have to put in the effort, but God has to do the rest.
100%.
At the end of the day, two people can do the exact same thing at the exact same time and get two totally different results. You know, you have people who work hard for a year or two and they get their big break, and you have people who work their entire lives and it never gets them anywhere. You know, and this is why I agree with him, but once again, what I would change in what he said is it's not that someone has to tap you on the shoulder or someone has to give you success. I think that, you know, some people call it luck. I like to call it God's will, right? But I think it's that X factor. It's the universe, whether it's that good energy that you put in the universe that comes back to you. I do believe that every single person that works hard will not attain success. You know, and you just have to look. Some people call it luck. Some people call it God's will.
Yeah, well, that just tell you if you're lazy, you ain't getting shit.
But then again, there are people that stumble across success. So, that's not. Don't get me wrong. That's the exception to the rule. That doesn't happen often.
Yeah, it doesn't
but
happen.
There are people that literally, went to their friend. Their friend said, come with me to this audition, right? And they just happen to be there, like, hey, we like the way you look. Yeah. You know what? We gonna pick you.
But that doesn't happen. You gotta be clear there, because some people live their life on that. Well, it happened for this person. Nigga, that ain't happening for you like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? One more topic too. I know we're gonna probably go back and forth on this one, but I seen a brother say today that the biggest sellout in the hood is a drug dealer. And for me, me and you go back and forth sometimes on similar topics. Like I always tell you, even though I sold drugs for a little part of my life, I do feel like, because his thing was the drug dealer is always, they say, I got to feed my family, but they'll fuck up somebody else's family to feed their family. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he called them the biggest sellout, because they hurt somebody else basically to get ahead to where they got to get to. Okay. So, and I, to me, I see a lot of dudes, even old school cats that I respect, when they talk about the streets, you should never do this in the streets, you shouldn't do that, and niggas is snitching and that, and I'll be like, everybody be fighting over the snitch shit, but they don't really think about how fucked up my personal opinion, how fucked up the drug deal is. How many niggas die from drugs on a weekly, daily basis? And if you wasn't selling drugs, they, a lot of people say, well, they get it from somewhere else, but you was still a part of that process. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was selling drugs, I used to think about afterwards, I'm like, damn, how many people died from the shit that I gave that I don't know? You know what I'm saying? That was in my conscience. Like, did anybody ever OD? Did I have any doing in that? Like, did I fuck up somebody's family?
I will say this. In this day and time, when you're talking about fentanyl and where heroin is this huge thing, I get it. People overdose. People don't overdose on crack. People never really.
But they fuck their life up in their family.
It does. And I'm not defending it. But my question is what makes the drug dealer the biggest sellout? What makes him a bigger sellout than? Wait. What makes him a bigger sellout than the pimp? What makes him a bigger sellout than the robber? Like, crime is crime. You understand? And I'm not making excuses, right? And I'm not saying that, the drug dealer may not sell his people out. My question when I hear that is, what makes him a bigger sellout than the pimp that exploits women? What makes him a bigger sellout than the robber who will literally, or the thief that will literally rob his own family or parents? What makes him a bigger sellout than the drug addict who will literally fuck anybody over for a hit?
Yeah, but see, the drug addict can't get it if they ain't got the drug dealer to get
it
from.
But it's still a choice.
No, I hear you.
It's still a choice.
I hear you, but I don't think that, my thing is, I think his point was that we glorify the drug dealer, right? We glorify the drug dealer, and sometimes.
So whose fault is that? Is that the drug dealer's fault that other people are glorifying?
I don't think the drug dealer plays a part in it, because when you look the most flashiest and you look the most, like you got it going on, people are enamored by that, and people.
Okay, but
it's an easier sell.
Yo,
it's an easier sell for somebody.
Let me tell you something, man. And this is the reality. America looks up to the gangster, right? This is why movies and all of this shit is made. Movies ain't made about hero cops and none of this bullshit. Like it's so crazy. We hate the same thing that we kind of, and I know we have a twisted mentality. I think that the drug dealer in our neighborhoods, and I know a lot of people won't agree, served as inspiration and motivation to a degree while destroying. I will totally agree with you. This is why a lot of rappers, the second they start getting money, who do they emulate, bro? They emulate the drug dealer, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not, and in no way am I saying that what the drug dealer did was correct, right? But it's fucked up. Like, I agree. A lot of people use that excuse of I have to feed my family, right? Yeah, there's a million other ways to feed their family, but the truth is, when we looked out the window or we went on neighborhoods, right, who had the cars, who had the money, who had the jewelry, right, which is what we kind of related to what success is, right? Let's be honest, we didn't grow up with doctors or lawyers in our neighborhoods.
Yeah, but I think that's what I'm about to say. I think part of the problem too, especially in the black community, but I can't say that too. When we were growing up, we did have what success looked like. They was construction workers. They was our mother and father. You plenty of time you tell me, yo, my mom's always had bread. You know what I'm saying? Right?
But it wasn't the same type.
But it was the same type. Yeah, but it was the same type. But they had bread. They worked hard. They had bread. My grandmother came to this country, washed, put on clothes, and she bought a house and brought all her kids up here.
Listen, when we used to stand on the corner and we used to go, that's my car.
No,
right?
I hear you. It wasn't the same, but success was, we still had success. So I don't want to cheapen that neither, because we did have examples of success. Some of us didn't even want to work that hard or figure that shit out, especially when we was young. We didn't see that. We're like, man, I ain't going to school. I could make this money fast. We always thought, kids always think they smarter than everybody. Even when we talk to younger niggas now, they think they smarter than us. Like, so I could imagine when we was growing up, nigga, I could get, what you make in a week? I could make this shit in a day. Like, so we always thought smarter, but the consequences to that, we was willing to take those risks and didn't give a fuck. So for me, the drug dealer, yes, it was flashy, it was dope, people loved it, but I don't think we thought about the harm. And long as we didn't really see it, or we pretend like we didn't see the harm that we caused, we didn't care. And we said things like, yo, here, we say things to go to ourselves like, yo, she don't get it from me, she'll get it from somebody else.
But I could, it's not semantics, but I could take it to another level. What makes a drug dealer any worse than the pharmaceutical company CEO?
I hear that, but we don't see that, and we don't see that. I'm talking about what we see, though.
What makes him any worse than the fucking politician?
Mo, I hear you.
You get so I'm not saying that he's wrong. I just always dislike this demonization.
I don't think it's a demonization. I think you have to kill a snake, bro. You got to chop off the head of the snake.
You do. But my problem with this country, kill one, you're a murderer, my nigga. Kill a million, you're a dictator or a fucking genius or a politician.
What I'm saying,
right? Steal from one and you're a thief. Yeah, steal from a million and you're a Fortune 500 company CEO.
But the difference is the consequences. So the consequences got to be a part of this, whether you agree with the consequences or not. Niggas that sell drugs, they getting football numbers in jail. Them other niggas you name ain't getting that. So guess what? When you go this route, this is what you gonna get.
But guess what? But I can also argue that, and I could tell you 30 years ago, dudes was getting 30 years for weed, bro. Yo, and now, because somebody decided to make that shit legal, the same shit they was putting niggas away for decades in a lifetime.
But you just talking about the law side. I could tell you many of niggas I lost, they got popped from another nigga because they wanted what they had.
So let me ask you a question. The weed these days is even more dangerous than the blacks or the greens the niggas was smoking back in the 90s and late 80s. Mm-hmm. So why is it that it's okay now?
Listen,
because you know why? Because the powers that be found a way for them to make money off of it.
But guess what, Mo? We can debate that all we want. The facts are still the facts. It's cool what you're saying, but guess what? It's our kids that's dying. It's our kids that's going to jail at an up-team rate. So I can see it's not. Look, And with drugs, it's crazier, right? Because our kids die, they go to jail, and families get fucked up and torn apart. So it's a trifecta. That's crazy.
Bruh,
it's still a trifecta of what our people are going through. That got to be acknowledged.
I'm not disagreeing. All I'm telling you is it's so selective.
Mo, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying we still got to tell we have a duty and a right
and
to
a responsibility to tell it how it is.
Yeah, the real deal. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, man, we could be on this topic all day.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That's another episode of
Brooklyn Boys Radio, and don't go sell drugs because Styles will be mad at you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Listen, man, shout out to the Wood Stack, shout out to
Woods
Shanice.
DJ, shout out to my guy Swizzle.
Fuck him as always. And, Brooklyn, we out.
Out.